Positively no visitors, says Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner. It's the instant replay booth. We could use an instant replay of this round of Monster Energy Supercross. We're at Lucas Oil Stadium. Emblazoned are the press box hallways with great moments of Indianapolis Colts past. Yeah, but we're talking race command today. We could use an instant replay. We can talk about great moments of Lucas Oil Stadium's past. We got an instant classic right here. And I was so hoping to show you the beautiful look of this stadium with the dozers parked after a great night of racing, but it is pitch black dark. They've actually turned the lights off in the stadium here at 2 in the morning. Only the press box is on for me. I'm by myself. But I'm jacked. I'm amped because we had great racing tonight in Indy. And also, I might be here all night, because apparently it started snowing at about 4 in the afternoon, and my rental car is probably stuck. Hey, and this is a quick jarring reminder that the Weege Show post-race show is brought to you by Racetech and their Gold Valves, plusher, better bottoming resistance, more traction for your suspension. So get yourself a set of Gold Valves. Go to racetech.com. You know they're made and engineered in the USA, right? That jarring ad got your attention. Back to the show. I did warn everyone in our post-race show after round 3 of Monster Energy Supercross that as great and driven and deep and parity-filled as this field has been, I did have a worry that we were starting to see all that parity, I'm gonna go to street level, break down. And as usual, we were seeing the cream rise to the top. Look. The guys who are 1, 2, 3, there's some of the snow out there. The guys who are 1, 2, 3 in the championship last year, they're 1, 2, 3 in the championship this year. And whatever obstacles were thrown their way, they ended up 1, 2, 3 in the race here today. It could just be, once again, Eli Tomac, Ken Roczen, and Cooper Webb's world, and just those 3 battling over the #1 plate, which is really what it came down to last year. And if, in Webb's case, you can go to 2019 as well. But this field is, oh my gosh. They seriously did turn the lights off in this building. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll go out this door and I'm just gonna freeze. I wonder if I'm stuck in this stadium. I wonder if I'm stuck here all night. You probably can't even see me right now. If the cream is going to rise to the top, it's actually not that cold out, this isn't bad. If the cream is going to rise to the top, well, I kind of like the way it looked at the top, because like I said, this was an instant classic, everybody. Who knew? Ken Roczen, he got tracked down the stretch a little bit by Cooper Webb last week. He wasn't going to let it happen this time. It was a phenomenal battle early on. Eli Tomac got a great start. He was in the lead. He had Adam Cianciarulo, his teammate, right behind him, and then Tomac tipped over actually in the whoops, going into a corner after them, and then that left Roczen in second and Cianciarulo in the lead. And Cianciarulo was riding well. But again, it's that cream rise in the top. You could tell that Roczen just had a little more than his old buddy, and he was actually able to pressure Cianciarulo, but he couldn't figure out a way around. And then he had Tomac all over him because Tomac had caught back up. So Roczen had to do what he, wait, I'm outside. No more complaints in the video, hang on. Yeah, I'm outside, yeah. Roczen had to figure out a way around Cianciarulo while not opening the door for Tomac, and he was eventually able to do that. He got around Cianciarulo, and then Tomac got around Cianciarulo immediately after. The 2 teammates almost collided, and then Roczen made a mistake, and Tomac had shot all the way back into the lead despite falling. But this time, Roczen was able to fight back. He immediately found a line on the inside. Tomac admitted he was just caught sleeping. He didn't know that inside was there. It allowed Roczen to get back into the #1 spot, and then Roczen actually pulled away a little bit. Eli, late in the race, was able to track him back down in the last lap. But like I said, Roczen wasn't going to let a last lap lead get away from him this time. It's getting windy out here. Maybe I spoke too soon when I said it's not too cold. There it is, Lucas Oil Stadium, everybody. Roczen held on for the win, and a wise company man as he is, he said in the podium, that's the first win for the 2021 Honda CRF 450R. That's my cue to mention that this Weege show is brought to you by the Honda Talon Sports Side-by-Side. Now, when that vehicle came out, they actually used Ken Roczen and his wife Courtney in quite a few of the promotional marketing materials. They had them out there driving the Talons in Utah, which is a bit of an adopted second home for Ken Roczen, because that's where his wife's from. So they enjoyed their time in the Talons. Wish I had one right now to drive through this snow. You would enjoy it because you can get 20 inches of rear wheel travel on the R model, 1,000 cc's of power, and an exclusive dual clutch transmission with the paddle shifters on the Talon. And now that Ken and Courtney have a little son named Griffin, they've also got the 4-seater versions of the Talon. It might be a little young for that, but you can fit a family of 4 inside these vehicles with stadium seating for a great social experience on the dunes, on the track, in the woods, or wherever you want to drive your Talon. Anyway, Roczen has really put to bed a lot of the questions this year with a great start to the year. He's the points leader. He's got a win. Everyone was wondering, new bike, is that going to work? He didn't race pro motocross last year. Is he at full strength? Is he healthy? So far, so good. Outlasting Tomac down the stretch. Hey, even Tomac was impressed. Tomac has a race that he was leading and he fell and he ends up finishing second. You figure that would be angry face Eli, but he was all smiles. He said that race was just too exciting and too fun to be bummed. So that's pretty neat. And look, Roczen and Tomac go way back. They've had, honestly, probably about as many great battles as any duo ever. You know, right up there with Stu and Reed, or the Ryans, or back when I was a kid, Jeff Ward, Rick Johnson. But you don't think of it that way because it never gets heated, it never gets gnarly. They just have good races and they seem to have fun doing it, and they were both pumped on the podium. And Cianciarulo fell when he was in third. He got up, he was still in third, but he had Dylan Ferrandis all over him, and Cooper Webb as well. And you know when Webb gets you in his sights late in the race, what's gonna happen? And it did. Cooper got to third. Cooper thought he had a good start in the main, but Joey Savacci, I think he pulled an Alessi. I think he literally just counted to like 6 and dumped the clutch. And the gate just happened to drop at the right time. And he had the most unbelievable jump off the gate. And he kind of boxed Webb in. Webb thought he nailed the start. Oh, speaking of, I just got Savacci'd. I got boxed in here. I can't get into the pits because these fences. I gotta take a long way around. My rental car is straight ahead. Don't! Anyway, that really held Webb up. He had to do some battling. He got up to third though. At least that's a good salvage, because it was a lot worse for a couple other riders. Justin Barsha was so good early in the year, but down early with Malcolm Stewart in this one, then crashed again while coming through. 13th for Barsha. That really hurts. That is not fun on the gas for Bam Bam. He's gonna be so fired up for the race on Tuesday. And Marvin Musquin always rides well here at Indy. He's won here a bunch of times. He looked lightning quick in practice and in his heat race, and he was down and last early in the main event. He was down and last early in the main event last week. Marvin has ridden much better than results show. And kind of the same story for Zach Osborne. Zach Osborne has ridden really well this year. He didn't have a great start, but he was matching Webb for a while, but he ended up 5th. He got around Ferrandis late in the race with an aggressive move. That deep pack is still there. I mean, you watch Ferrandis and Cianciarulo and Osborne and Savacci and all those guys going at it. Aaron Plessinger was in that hunt. It is still impressive to watch, but like I said, those top 3 are starting to reestablish themselves as being a top 3. But everybody else, if they get angry about that, or if you're a fan in the comments that's angry that I'm saying that, all you got to do is just wait till Tuesday for your chance for revenge. If anyone else wants to prove that they can run with these 3 guys, they've got to answer now, because we're starting to see a bit of the breakaway. Although Roczen is still got that level mental game. I know you're gonna say, no he doesn't, he made up a bunch of excuses and was all mad at Dean Wilson last week. Yeah, he was mad for about 18 hours over that. And he said by Monday he was over it. He wasn't extra fired up or motivated for this race because of what happened to the last one. He's just, again, trying to enjoy the process, not get too high, not get too low. And he was pumped to win this race, but at the same time, I think he's got to practice what he preaches, right? Not get too pumped on it, and be ready to go on Tuesday. So far, so good for Ken Roczen. A great start to the season. He's got the points lead. He managed to rip the lead back away from Tomac and fight him off under pressure late. These are some of the things that we've seen Kenny not do in the past in some races. He was really good this time, and we'll see if he can carry that momentum forward when we come back here to Lucas Oil Stadium and they turn the lights back on on Tuesday. And I regret saying it's actually not too cold out here because now my hands are freezing. And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to turn this camera off because my hands are numb. Yep. Yep, one rental car left. One rental car left. I'm amped on Supercross. I'm staying late. What the heck?